Okay, welcome to another edition of Something for the Weekend. Got my partner in crime here, Jonathan.
Hello.
Thought we'd start off with the, literally just come in, we just tested it. Mint is not the word for it. It's the big 2K FA from SPE. 2 kilowatts, almost 2,000 watts output. A built-in tuner, built-in power supply, fully automatic tracking between your rig. So when you change bands on here, or change bands on your radio rather, it changes bands on here fully automatically. £1,000 off list price, so normally £5,000, 3,999. It's still a lot of money for an amplifier, but there's some very big DXs out there in this country that I know using these, and that's a hell of a saving. Plus the fact you wait forever to actually buy one. SPE build to order. And for example, the 1.5s, I do believe we've got one or two in stock.
I think we're down to one.
Down to one. There's over a year, almost a year and a half waiting time. So consider it if you're looking for a good power amplifier. Right, more second-hand gear, Jonathan.
More second-hand gear. We'll go over here. Only just coming to us as well, an 8100 LDG's 100 watt antenna tuner. Good for pretty much anything. It's one of their generic tuners. It's got the wrong label on it, I'm just noticing, so we'll whop that one off and we'll get a new Predator one. But the price is right, 179. For the generic tuner. Nice thing with these ones, if you've got an ICOM radio, you can buy the interfacing cable to go to your 4-pin Molex connection on the rear of your radio, and it will drive the tuner as if it was using its own internal tuner, and it takes its power from the radio as well. We're still with LDG, IT100 149, again perfect if you've got an ICOM radio, things like the 7100, 7300, or pretty much any ICOM radio from the last 30 years, all have the same ATU connector on the rear.
FT817, we good old 817. I think I've been selling these since the last small shop that I had in Ealing in London. This one really is in superb condition, as you can see. Where are we? What's the date on this, if I can see? So 2017, that's only a couple of years old. They've now bought out the 818, which is slightly more power. Nice condition, as you can see, with box book packing and all the bits. £425 buys that radio. Next to it, we've got a TS590G in, again, superb condition. The Kenwood 590 is equivalent to the IC7300, the Yaesu FTDX 1200. Kenwood do it in their own way, and this was raved about when it was first reviewed by Peter Hart in Ragcom several years ago. So again, save yourself 450 quid now, because they're £14.49, so a big saving. Next to that, had this traded in for the 9700. This is the ICOM 910X. So you've got 100 watts on 2, 75 watts on 70, and 10 watts on 23. This is in lovely condition, as you can see. It's also got the 23 SEMS module fitted. Sorry, there. That's 23 SEMS, and it's also got a filter in it, a CW filter, and a UT106, which is a DSP module. £999. That really is a good VHF UHF base station. Next to it, we've got one, I think, left used ICR 8600s. They're £2,500 retail, DC to blue light. SDR matches the IC 9700 and the IC 7300. Save yourself over £500 at £19.95. Jonathan.
Lovely. We'll go over here in the corner. Maybe you've got something like a 857, let's say, or something like that. You want to have a little bit more power on 2 meters. 50 watts in gives you 160 watts out on 2. Yours just £199. Bargain there. Nominally more money to get that amount of power on 2 meters ordinarily. I said that's yours just £199 and not a mark on it. Also next to it, maybe the radio to use with it, the 897. HF on 100 watts and 6 meters, 50 watts out on 2 and 20 watts out on 70 SEMS. This one doesn't have a box, but you're only going to throw that away really, aren't you? You'll hide up in the loft. But it does come with the mic and the DC cable, and a nice little cover for it as well that came in with it, just to protect the front of the radio if you want to. yours for just $499. And also, while we're here, a 7100. This is ICOM's sort of answer to the 897, really. The mobile from ICOM, all of HF and 6, also 4 meters on it as well as 2 and 70. Yours for just $749, and that is absolutely perfect condition. And I think it's got a screen protector on that as well.
Yes, it has. And the idea is that you have the base unit out the way, and it comes with a cord between the two. So you have that sitting on your shack bench. That really is a neat piece of kit. Next to it, the Yaesu FT450D really is the starter machine, or indeed a backup radio, HF to 6 meters, 100 watts. And because this is the D, it's the one with the built-in tuner, and they also address the wobbly knobs. There's a bit of a strange thing to say. So 450 for FT450. That's a bit of clever pricing. Couple of amplifiers much further down the scale price-wise. Old Linear Amp UK have been bought out several times, and they're now owned by a gentleman who's doing Gemini, who's really re-engineered these to a fantastic level. This is a original Peter Rodmill one. It employs, I think this has got 4 811s, and you're looking at 600-700 watts output for only 650 quid. It's a bit of a beast, but it's really well made, and I have to say extremely easy to repair if you ever need to. Similarly, the Ameritron or MFJ version, a bit scratched up, but it's so easy to take this cover off and just paint the thing. This has got 3 811s in it, so producing about 500-600 watts, and that's only £599. Jonathan, 7400 there, I see.
7400, absolutely. So this is ICOM's sort of predecessor in many respects to the 9100. This is HF and 2 meters, 100 watts out on 2 meters, which you don't get very often. Maybe the i700, of course. This one, again, doesn't have a box with this one, but mic and DC cable with it. Yours for just $699. It's in a very good condition. There's a few marks on the top. There's a little bit of a scratch just there. But overall, I would describe that as a good condition radio. And next to it, something we don't see very often, Elecraft KX3.
You like Elecraft, don't you,
I do
Jonathan?
quite like Elecraft as it goes. So this one is in a very good condition. It's been kept in this bag, which we're providing it with all its life. This has got, obviously it's got the CWQ on it. It's also got the microphone with it, which are 2 options if you buy them brand new. It's also got the 4-meter transverter in it, which is something that's not very common in these. And it's got the battery charger installed in it as well. It's also got a few filters and the ATU as well. It's all in there. It's I think that's a very good price at $999. I can imagine that's going to go very, very quickly.
Kenwood TS480HX, that's the 200 watt version of the TS480S. This has got a 200 watt PA built in, so all that's PA, or most of it is. They took the tuner out because they couldn't fit that in as well. Again, similar to the 7100, you can have that just sitting on your desk, or have this mounted upside down so you can have that poking out underneath your shelf, or indeed you can have it for mobile. This was their attempt at mobile design. Nicely made, again, typical Kenwood. Slightly over-engineered, but that's good. I'd rather have it that than a minus. Underneath, we've got 2 FTDX 3000s, the Yaesu HF base and 6 meters. This one is absolutely mint and is very, very recent. It's not old at all. Box, book and packing. That's at $11.49. And then you've got another one next door, slightly older. I think it's still got the box from memory.
It has got the box, yeah.
Has got the box, and that's $10.99. We bought this in yesterday. This isn't in fact, Jonathan did it with a deal that he did with a customer. The good old TS990S. It's the flagship 200 watt base from Kenwood, including a power supply tuner, proper dual receive, £5,500 brand new, for an astonishing $27.50. So if you're looking at a TS990, and it really is mint, and I do believe it's box, book, packing, everything with it.
Everything's with it.
Right, anything else you want to grab out? Did you mention the 756 Pro?
We've got a Pro 3 just sat down there. Again, it's with the box, book and packing as well. The predecessor in many ways to the 7600, which of course has been now replaced by the 7610. but still a very good radio, still very highly sought after. That one there, just 949.
TS 2000E, the Kenwood HF, does everything base station 2 and 6 and 70. It's in good condition, reflected in the price, only 699, because these are very expensive new. You can see the front panel has got a little bit strange, but actually looking at the front, bar a little bit of wear here around the on-off switch, it's in good condition, and that's at least £100–200 off list. Right, there is something else that we want to talk to you about, so we'll cut there. I think that's it for the second hand. We've got lots more. If there's any more kit that you're looking for that you might not see on the little video presentation, please look at our website, hamradio.co.uk/used. And we add to it every minute of the day. We're always buying used kit in. Similarly, if you have any used kit that you're not using that's stuck in the cupboard and you think, I must sell that one day, just give myself, Jonathan, any of the lads, there's lots of them in sales, give any of those guys a ring or email us and we'll price it up for you, remote collect it if you got the boxes and pay you immediately. So that's it for now. We're going to take a break and then we're going to come back with a little demonstration of something that we think we'll find interesting for any 20 to 100 watt HF rig to get a bit more power out of it. So thanks, Jonathan.
Thank you, Martin.
See you soon.